Hello, this is Mac from Georgia Praise. It has come up about using profanity on a lot of the shows I watch, and people are questioning it and, telling the people that they shouldn't use it and all that kind of stuff. People are getting pretty upset about it. So what I thought I would do is I would just type in on my iPad here, what does the Bible say about using profanity? And I'm going to read some of these Bible verses. There are just too many to name. But that's how you would find it for yourself. What does the Bible say about using profanity? The first one is Colossians 3:8. But now you must put them all away: anger, wrath, malice, slander, and obscene talk from your mouth. Ephesians 4:29. Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give the grace to those who hear. Matthew 12:36 and 37. I tell you, on the day of judgment, people will give an account for every careless word they speak. For by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. James 3:10. From the same mouth come blessing and cursing. My brothers, these things ought not to be so. Ephesians 5:4. Let there be no filthiness, nor foolish talk, nor crude joking, which are out of place, but instead let there be thanksgiving. Matthew 15:10 and 11. And he called the people to him and said to them, hear and understand. It is not what goes into the mouth that defiles a person, but what comes out of the mouth. This defiles a person. James 1:26. If anyone thinks he is religious and does not bridle his tongue, but deceives his heart, this person's religion is worthless. Proverbs 21:23. Whosoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps himself out of trouble. I need to listen to that one for sure. 2 Timothy 2:16. But avoid irreverent babble, for it will lead people into more and more ungodliness. Oh, let me move it up. James 3:6 through 8. And the tongue is a fire, a world of unrighteousness. The tongue is set among our members, staining the whole body, setting fire the entire course of life, and set on fire by hell. For every kind of beast and bird, of reptile and sea creature, can be tamed and has been tamed by mankind, but no human being can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil full of deadly poison. Psalm 19:14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Exodus 20:7. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. Luke 6:4-5. The good person, out of the good treasure of his heart, produces good, and the evil person, out of the evil treasure, produces evil. For out of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaks. Psalm 141, verse 3. Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips. Proverbs 4:24. Put away from you crooked speech, and put devious talk far from you. Matthew 5:37. Let what you say simply be yes or no. Anything more than this comes from evil. Psalm 34:13-14. Keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking deceit. Turn away from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. Romans 12, verse 2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. Proverbs 6:12. A worthless person, a wicked man, goes about with crooked speech. Colossians 4:6. Let your speech always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how you ought to answer each question. Okay. Psalm 10:7. His mouth is filled with cursing and deceit and oppression. Under his tongue are mischief and iniquity. Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. Matthew 5:22. But I say to you that everyone who is angry with his brother will be liable to judgment. Whoever insults his brother will be liable to the council. Whoever says you fool will be liable to the hell of fire. First Peter 3:10. For whoever desires to love life and see good days, let him keep his tongue from evil and his lips from speaking deceit. Matthew 15:11. It is not what goes into the mouth that defiles a person, but what comes out of the mouth. This defiles a person. Psalm 109:17. He loved to curse. Let curses come from him. He did not delight in blessing. May it be far from him. Philippians 4:8. Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. Titus 2:6-8. Likewise, urge the younger men to be self-controlled. Show yourself in all respects to be a model of good works, and in your teaching show integrity, dignity, sound speech that cannot be condemned, so that an opponent may be put to shame, having nothing evil to say about us. Hosea 4:2. There is swearing, lying, murder, stealing, and committing adultery. They break all bounds, and bloodshed follows bloodshed. Let's get up here to 1 Corinthians. First Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with the temptation, he will also provide the way of escape that you might be able to endure it. 1 Timothy 4:12. Let no one despise you for your youth, but set the believers an example in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, in purity. Proverbs 8:13. The fear of the Lord is hatred of evil. Pride and arrogance pride and arrogance, and the way of evil and perverted speech I hate. Romans 12:14. Bless those who persecute you, and bless and do not curse them. Proverbs 31:26. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. James 4:7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Proverbs 10:31-32. The mouth of the righteousness brings forth wisdom, but the perverse tongue will be cut off. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked, what is perverse. James 3:11-13. Does a spring pour forth from the same opening both fresh and salt water? Can a fig tree, my brothers, bear olives, or a grapevine produce figs? Neither can a salt pond yield fresh water. Who is wise and understanding among you? By his good conduct, let him show his works in the meekness of wisdom. Leviticus 19:12. You shall not swear by name falsely, and so profane the name of your God. I am the Lord. Romans 12:21. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Luke 6:28. Bless those that curse you, pray for those who abuse you. James 5:12. But above all, my brothers, do not swear, either by heaven or by earth or by any other oath, but let your yes be yes and your no be no, so that you may not fall under condemnation. Proverbs 15:1. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Deuteronomy 5:11. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. Matthew 12:36. I tell you, on the day of judgment, people will give account for every careless word they speak. Anyway, there's lots and lots more of these. If you are really interested in them, you can see how far down they go. If you're wondering if you should be using profanity, just do this. Just ask Siri on your phones, what does the Bible say about using profanity? And even Siri knows. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you coming by, and I hope you'll be back to visit.